Hello. This morning I made this little hexagon bee themed notebook and I wanted to show you how I did it. I had this set of printables that I printed out on pearly cardstock and they're all bee themed. So I have the little bee house, the bee, some flowers, another bee skeep. There's that one again. And there was also a bee that wasn't in a hexagon shape that I fussy cut to use somewhere else. So I'm going to do the bee one. So I just put the hexagon cutout onto a black cardstock, glue that down and cut around it with the rippled scissors. And then I traced the hexagon shape exactly onto this pad of paper, which is just an artist's sketch pad from the dollar store. And so I've pulled out about 7 or 10 pages worth of it. And I'm going to do 2 cutouts of it and put them both in this one booklet. And then it's stapled in, so I've used the wording here to cover. Actually, maybe I can use the bee there in this one. Might be a little too big. Let's see, I've got that word again, or I've got this other little, the other part of it, which was Exposition Universelle, Paris, 1889. So maybe I'll use that this time. For that, it can maybe be a little longer. Let's see when we get there. I'll do my ripple scissors on it to get it ready. I don't think it can be that long. I could angle the ends though. Wait and do the other end in a minute. Okay, so I've traced around that. I'm going to cut inside the line a little bit so that my inside pages are a little bit smaller than my outside pages. So that's the easy part. Just going just inside the line. That way you don't have to worry about seeing the line either. I thought this was a really fun and easy one to do, and I've got a couple of bee themed journals that I need to do because I am part of a group. My family is called the Barnhouse Bees, my mom's side of the family, and so we always, when we go visit them in West Virginia, usually in the fall, hasn't been for a few years, but usually it's in the fall, then we always take a bunch of gifts, and a lot of them are bee themed. So this will be, I'll make some of these for that. And then I have a nephew and a new niece-in-law who are beekeepers. So I'm planning on making them for their anniversary, which is in the fall. Also, a bee / anniversary journal, maybe with some pictures from the wedding, and I kept a few things from their wedding, like napkins from the reception and things like that. I think that her family thought I was a little cuckoo going around stealing napkins, but there was method to my madness, as there often is. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that to the right size for this paper. So that will be able to cover the staples once that's stapled down. And then this I can just glue on and then cut around it. And then I can fold it and cut the other half. I think that's what I'm going to do, just to make it easy. I think that's the easy way. If it isn't, tell me. And I'm not going to bother doing a pocket or anything on this one, although you could. Just get this lined up. Even though I'm going to trim it, I still want it nice and even along that bottom edge. I find with this cardstock, you really got to be careful not to get glue on it or it gets icky. And I'm just spreading that glue around a little bit. And then I'll start right here. I like mentioning these journals I'm going to make on camera because it kind of forces me to get at them and get them done. I've got so many that I want to send to people just to say, hey, look what I'm doing. And just because I let them know that I'm thinking of them, even though we're not in touch as much as we used to be. Because I certainly do still think of them. I'm just going to score this again in a couple spots. I don't need it too thick. And I want to put in my square scissors and do a little flat spot here. Fold that. And once it's folded, then I can trace so that and actually even trace and trim so that the front and back are the same. Basically is what I'm doing here. And I can see that some of my areas are a little fat, so I'll just trim them as I go and then everything will be the same. Okay, so there's our cover. And then for the insides, we just take our hexagon shaped papers. We get them lined up where we want them. Want those points to line up. And here I'm just going to staple. And I'm pretty sure I did staple it with a staple on the inside. It did reach. So I just got to make sure I'm down far enough to catch the paper. Just make myself a little mark so I can stay below there. And I think I'm going to do a couple across there. Keeps it tidy on the back. And then in the inside, I've got that page that I cut. That thing that I cut. And I'm going to try bonking those down a bit. They will flatten a little bit so that they don't hold the paper up so much. And I shouldn't be using the back of my stapler for that, but my hammer's all the way in the other room. So that's just going to cover that staple. And then if someone wants to tear pages out, that's probably going to have to go, but that's okay. It's a cute little book. And then I'll find some way to sign the back with a silver pen or something. But I just thought those were adorable, and they'll look really good tucked into a pocket in a bee journal or any garden journal, really. And then it leaves you with all interesting little scraps. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little tutorial and that you'll try some different shapes for your journals and your little booklets, note booklets. And of course, Hexagon is one of my favorites. So if you like this kind of tutorial that's quick and easy, I'll have a bunch more for you if you want to subscribe and share it with your friends who you know will also like it. And if you want to send me any notes or tell me which one is your favorite of these two, that would be great too. Enjoy your day, and thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.